Wow, now that's what you call good football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. first down throw for Mayfield.
That was complete to Skoranek.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Burton.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone, but was in the wrong spot for the QB.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes.
Here's Tony on the quick slant.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now the Rams are going to hold.
You a bitch. Fucking bitch, boy. Niggas always be talking shit and they quit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now Fields rolling to his left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Fields.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a give running right is Montgomery.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
One play action. Fields.
And that's It's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at the 45.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Tua. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Steps away. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Probably you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
After the turnover, it's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tua.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert 70 yards. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for two. The two are going to try and throw for it. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 6-0 our score after one.
Houston Sanders, the kickoff formation.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Montgomery running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally came down the right patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And going deep for Hill.
It's a big play there for Miami. 84 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Slot man moves right. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In motion right is Jones. From the 24, Fields. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Velus Jones. 78 yards. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle here to Wilson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Throwing again on second down. Tua toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 80 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And they're able to add on to their advantage. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
3 quarters have come and gone.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Running for it, Montgomery. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Santos' kick is up and through,
and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 60 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here's Mostert.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
One more time with Mostert.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Mostert.
And this time he is in.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. It's a run with Mostert.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
To throw is Fields.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 20. And now look at this.
big gain, but a fumble. And the Dolphins have got it.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Ready.
Tua on 4th down. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Back to throw, Fields. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last throw here for Fields. And he's going to go down again.